Hello and welcome to another update video about Fantom. It's been a while. I don't cover this chart very often. You simply can't cover them all. Reason I cover it, obviously a lot of you guys have requested Fantom. Members have requested Fantom, and even though these days I'm more busy than ever, I always try to squeeze in when I can those charts that are being requested. In the membership we have a poll system. I scan through and yeah, it's only when I have some time. This is obviously a chart that doesn't really have a clear setup at the moment. I think in the last video, and it's been a while, or it was an update for gold members a while ago. I'll just scan it in parallel actually. Yeah, I think I communicated this support area already in December. Yeah, I did. So that worked actually nicely. But again, I'm not following it regularly. I just don't have the capacity. But it reversed where it needed to in this orange support zone. At the time, that was here end of December, an update. I did highlight... The first main Fibonacci level can be found at 54 cents. Where is it? Here, resistance. Yep, and it got rejected there. If there is a pullback, then I will be looking for a corrective pullback first. And as long as 21 cents is holding, the uptrend should continue in 2024 in wave C in yellow or blue. The blue count I took off the chart. It was just a different structure. I changed the color, and it's like the white count now. I like the color more on the chart. But yeah, I think that worked nicely. It's just, again, it's not a chart I follow regularly because I don't find it very clear. That doesn't mean you couldn't make money from it, but I just don't see the clarity in the microstructures that I see on a Matic chart, that I see on a Link chart, that I see on a Bitcoin chart, Ethereum, maybe even ADA, Solana. Okay, so you don't have that on every chart. But nevertheless, people are interested in it, so I'm happy to cover it. So obviously it seems like we're at least in wave C, possibly in wave 3 here. And let's talk about targets. Obviously we had an initial reaction here to that resistance area at 54 cents as defined before. The next levels to watch are 78.2 cents, then $1.12, then $1.89. And yeah, I mean, it's all about, okay, is it the yellow count or the white one? I don't have a very clear preference. Short term, both counts are showing further upside. The relevant support, I give you a micro support in a minute. The problem I have with the yellow count, well, not the problem, but the problem I have with this chart in general is that the yellow count gives me a possible 5-wave pattern to the downside. It's not the cleanest one. Also, it did hold support quite well. So I'm very open to other interpretations. The problem is this move up was a corrective rally. Okay, so it's not clearly a 5-wave move, even though visually it looks like it. Let me actually double check that. Maybe I'm wrong about that one. Yeah, no, I mean, you can count it possibly as 5 waves, which is why I give the white count a chance, which would suggest a C-wave rally at least. Again, maybe then also something more bullish emerges, but it's already ridiculous. I mean, talking about those levels up there. Okay, I will determine the targets in a minute, but again, I don't trust it when it only reaches really the 1.236 extension, the third wave. So I rather keep expectations low, but the trend is up anyway against that support area I communicated. So let's talk about the trend. The trend is currently up. Next resistance, 78.2 cents, then $1.12 and $1.89. The yellow count will get far less likely with a break above $1.89. Now, above this were the 78.6 fib level. In the short term, it doesn't matter to me at all if I'm calling that a yellow ABC structure or a third wave. No? That doesn't matter in practice at the moment in the short term, but it will depend on, or it will determine sort of which targets are being reached. We don't know the difference at this stage. What I can tell you is that there is a target range which is sort of relevant, and it's typically here the area between the 100% to the 161 extension. And if it's the yellow count, we should reach $1.06, possibly up to $1.68. Anything above $1.68 would, well, then we're already at 189. But from a Fibonacci extension point of view, yeah, already above 168, the white count will get more likely. Okay, and ideally, the third wave reaches 168 plus. So that's sort of where it differs, because the yellow C wave might only reach the $1.06 level. If it's a third wave, it should certainly reach higher than that. That's how we can distinguish between them. And that's sort of what we're dealing with. And then if wave 4 support can hold, if it can hold a higher low, then we should still get a wave 5, and then we can take it from there. And then this might just be a wave 1, we get a wave 2 pullback, and so it would develop further, right? Yeah, let's talk about micro support here, which is a bit tricky. Best support level I can really give you is the 50% retracement there of that rally that we've seen. I will mention it in the video. It's at 47 cents. So that's the key support. Shows you it's not very useful to enter now. I mean, it's too late now, right? We're now running. The trend is running. It's basically going nearly parabolic. But Fantom is not the only coin doing that. Okay, so there's some other ones, like VAI is one that moves like many others. You know, can't cover them all. Can't cover them all. So that's sort of what I'm looking at for FTM. You know, so that means basically below 47 cents is probably going to come down. It's just not. There's no clear setup right now, right? It's just going, and I gave you the next levels to watch. And if there is a pullback at some point that offers an opportunity, maybe here in wave 4, then I will let you know. That's my update about Fantom. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.